Hey you guys, good evening. I think that's good. So, it's been about a week. Trying to be consistent. Trying to sit up straight too. Okay, and it's quiet. The birds are quiet. The cat, this cat, she was asleep. Oh, thank you guys for being here. And I thought, okay, the cat's sleeping. I want to go do a video. I snuck out, super quiet, and then all of a sudden, I hear its little bell. I don't know how it knew that I was getting up and walking in the other room, and here it is. It looks really tired, and since I'm whispering, maybe it's gonna fall back to sleep. Let me not make eye contact with it. It just looked at me. Oh, now I heard something else and it looked the other way. So I don't think I showed you guys this the other day. I don't know. These have already come out. So I'm always thinking, right? I'm always thinking. And I'm always thinking ways to make money. I really want to work from home. I'm tired. My hair's like a mess. So maybe you could tell that I'm tired this time of bed. But I wanted to do a video. I'm always thinking of ways that I could make money from inside my home. The garden stuff. No, that's too risky because sometimes the crops just fail. So I came up, well, I didn't come up, I got inspiration from other people of, those like candy molds and stuff. I had some to begin with anyways, but I think it was like a 20-pound bag of plaster. Oh, this one came out good. I'll show you in a second. 20-pound bag of plaster from Home Depot. And I started messing around with it. And then I started noticing all these Facebook groups about it. Like other people doing it. This one is decent. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see that it's a little seahorse. Then I gotta put that somewhere so it can dry. Needs a couple days to fully dry. But look, no bubbles. I don't know if you can see that. This one doesn't really have any air bubbles. So we have two little seahorses. I didn't know how that was gonna turn out, and I only mixed up a little bit of plaster this time. I've done a bunch of other stuff. I found out the trick to getting it a little bit less chalky and less air bubbles is to put glue. To put school glue. Oh no, the cat is awake. Hopefully she's good, or I'm gonna have to put her in the other room. So to mix in like a teaspoon or so of school glue. I also made little duckies that maybe I'll turn these into magnets. I might, I don't know. And let's see a little duck first. Oh, it came out so good. It came out really, really good. So these are gonna be little things for kids to paint and whatever. And that seems to be the popular thing right now. This one's really smooth. So that's really cool. And then I have a little rack where I can put them to dry. Why did you just stick your claws into me? I'm gonna put her in the other room. But she wants to say hi. Can you hear her? Oh, him. I actually think it's a boy. I originally thought he was a boy. And then this is a different story. Somebody was making fun of me that, oh, it's a girl. And your cat is a girl. Why would you think it's a boy? There are reasons why I thought it was a boy. And then I googled how to tell the difference between a boy and a girl cat and why is it biting me. I'm gonna bite you back. It's totally a boy. I get confirmation when I go take it in to get altered. But look at it. What are you doing? You're attacking your mom. That is so rude. Let me go put this guy away. Hold on a second. Okay. Put him in the other room and close the door. Oh yeah, about I was being made fun of because I didn't know the difference between a boy and a girl. Yes, I do. It's been a long time since I've had a kitten, and this little guy is a kitten. So there's that. But these molds. So I got this little duck one at Hobby Lobby. It was regularly $3, but then they were 40% off. So that's darn tootin' good. But let's see some of these little duckies. Oh, I thought I broke it. That doesn't look too bad. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. So see, these would be so cute for like a little kid's party. And next time, because I didn't know how the ducks were going to come out because they're so small, I could put a little magnet in there when it's drying. I'd probably put some extra glue in there because I don't want the magnet to come out. So we have the little duckies. Let's take out a couple more. Oh, that's so perfect. But I could imagine the end of its bill getting broken off if one of these is not perfect. I'll see how strong that is. But look at them. That's absolutely perfect. So those are some that I made today. And I have to let them dry for a couple days. There was a shell that was kind of holding up the end. I also have a little chocolates mold. This one was a little bit harder to do because of that design on top. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a thin little squiggly thing. Maybe because I added the glue to the ones from today, it'll be better. It's supposed to like make it more stabilized, more strong, something. I'll have to play around with it, but I'm so glad that I joined one of those groups on Facebook. So I have a feeling somebody out there that's watching has done this before. There was also this mold at Hobby Lobby. This one's a little more damp. I don't know if I want to take them out. But the ladybug, I didn't do the ladybugs because those look really weird. Let's see. Yeah, I should probably leave it overnight before I demold it because this one is damp. I poured this one first. Oh, but it looks so nice. Look at that. Yeah, I'll take them out and I'll let them dry. And it looks okay. Like I don't see air bubbles. That's super cool. I'm so excited. So, oh, and now I woke the birds up when I'm about to get away. Get the butterflies. Isn't that nice? I'm gonna, I don't know on the pricing. So I had little ones. Well, really, I was doing 3 of this style. There's burger, fries, and a soda. And I was thinking, oh, $5. I don't know how loud those birds are. Let me make them be quiet. Hold on. Okay. I just turned off the light. So they'll quiet down in a minute. There's one talking. The pricing. The more I think about it, I feel like I should do the big ones. Like 3 for $10. Because it would be 3 of these size plaster things. And then I don't have an example of the paints, but it would be 1 paintbrush and then maybe like 4 different colors or something. And you should pay your own. I've been looking at other people's prices. I could do the math. I could see how many I would get from that 20-pound bag, however much it weighs, and then just figure out all the math, how much time it took me. I don't know, I've already spent like hours and hours, but it's fun. To me, it's also fun. It's kind of relaxing. And it's just cool. Look at it. There are no air bubbles. So that's really cool. So, like this one would be one of these, one of the butterflies, and then one of the bees. So maybe the 3 for $10 this, what I just showed you right now that I'm taking out of the molds, I did 1 cup of water, and then I put maybe like a tablespoon of the glue in there, and then I mixed that up, and then about 2 cups of plaster, and then I mixed it up. I did the bigger molds first because last time I filled small molds. I really should have waited a couple more minutes before I started filling them, and they're pretty easy to demold. And then I should just sand the other side a little bit so it's just more smooth. But look, that's so exciting. Super, super exciting. And especially since I got the molds at a discount. That's awesome. I have some stuff coming from Demo also because they had stuff that I haven't seen in the stores. But if you go to like your local craft stores or a candy making supply place, I think you get a better deal, especially when you find a place that does like the coupons or has sales. So that's cool. This one looks so good. I love it. And then I still have more duckies to take out, and I used one of those like cookie cooling tray things to let them dry on. And I don't think I have anything like really ready to show you. Did some sea stars. These are still drying. You can feel it. It's kind of damp still, but I'll just lay them out, let them dry. There's one that has a couple different kinds of flowers, so that's cool. And I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm gonna sell them. I'm gonna package them. I'm going to try and sell them. I've picked up a couple different kinds of bags, so I could see which ones I like the most, which ones work best. There was one that I picked up. I forget the price. It's on there, and I have the receipt anyways. But it had the little handle, like you sealed it, and it had the little handle. I thought that was super cool. So we'll see what I end up doing. I like the bigger ones, so it would be like the 3 big ones for 10. And then maybe if I do like 5 of the small ones, maybe I can find a big duck mold and do like 4 small ducks and 1 big duck for 10. I don't know, I gotta figure it out because I don't want people to be turned off by the price, but at the same time, I do want to make a profit. I don't want to just break even, and I don't want to lose money because I have lost money before, but it's a learning experience. For example, Valentine's Day. There are a lot of people by where I live, well, really the surrounding cities too, like all over the place, that sell flowers. I always see people selling flowers. The weekend, Valentine's Day, they go crazy, and they'll set up their little easy up thing, have tons and tons of flowers, stuffed animals, all kinds of stuff. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make my own arrangements, and I'm gonna do that. So I spent more than I should have for not knowing anything, and I made a bunch of arrangements. I had some little bouquets that were without a vase, so I had them in a bucket of water like you see in the grocery store. And then if you have people that sell flowers on your streets like that, and I think I priced them like $10 and $20. It was roses and then filler and carnations. I think that was most of what I had, like different types of roses and carnations. I have pictures somewhere, so I didn't forget. And then I wanted a small vase with 3 roses, some filler, $20. Because that's not bad. Like you're driving by, oh, I need to get something last minute. And I did make it look pretty. I got a lot of compliments, and I had a ton of people stop. But I went crazy when I bought flowers. And plus the red roses, those are a lot more for Valentine's Day. So I need to do a better budget for next year because I'm gonna do it again. And I'm also gonna be making some stuff. So I I hang them, get some little hooks. Once I have it, I'll have to figure out how I'm gonna do my display. If I do end up doing like any craft markets or whatever, market night, I don't know. I have to look into it. I have to see if I need a business license and stuff. So I have a lot of stuff to think about because I really want to make it on my own. I want to work for myself, not somebody else. There are a million reasons why. I enjoy what I do, but I need something more, and I do have freedom, but I want to be home more. I want to spend more time with my daughter, and not just like when she's home. I want to volunteer more at the school. So that is my goal. I think it's a really good goal, and my daughter would be so happy. I even asked her one day, what if I sat in your class and just hung out? Because I think you can ask, or if they need a volunteer or something. I volunteered for the field trips, and it was a lot of fun. There are a lot of really good kids in her class. And then I found out this year there are some mean girls. There are a couple. That's what she called them, mean girls. But I'm glad that was the only time I heard of it. So I'm sure they really do just stay away from the naughty ones. But back to flowers. I just kind of ramble. I know some of you guys like that. I don't know if you all do. But I'm trying different stuff. Tried the Reddit, reading the Reddit stuff. And I just have a lot of stuff to talk about. I have a lot of opinions. Usually they're pretty good opinions, not negative. I'm trying to just leave the negative stuff out of this because I want to be positive. Some of you guys are probably going to sleep, so you need positive thoughts. And the topics for tonight is super positive because I am super excited about it. I am going to make a better plan with the flowers. I will probably make an Excel spreadsheet because I love Excel. I excel at Excel. I'm good with formulas and stuff. And if I don't know AI, where I work, we are supposed to be becoming one with AI. I don't really know what that means yet because a lot of my stuff, like, we have to dig into it ourselves. It's not something you could just give to a computer and be like, here, do this job. So I don't know, but I do use it to help me at work with formulas if I get stuck or to look over stuff, and it's kind of fun. But as long as you double check, because it can make mistakes or it thinks you mean something else. So there's that, and I could probably use AI to help me come up with ideas and stuff that I didn't think about. It does give you ideas, and it does learn who you are, kind of. It's kind of creepy. But as long as you're checking your stuff, like, don't just trust the AI. You have to do your due diligence and double check it. Otherwise, probably get yourself into some trouble at some point. So we'll see. That's not a bad idea. I can ask it what else it thinks that I should do. And just by doing like Google searches, I forget what thing it was on, but it was like a DoorDash type thing. And Google had suggested I sell flowers on there. And I was thinking, oh, if I had a friend or somebody that we could work out something with, I don't know, to be the driver, like, I'll do all the manual stuff, and then if I just had a driver, like those special holidays, that would be perfect. I put it all together, and then whatever agreement we have, great, and then the driver can deliver it. If, I don't know, kind of leery about giving people my address. Who knows? If somebody breaks in, maybe they'll clean my house. Probably not. They'll probably get scared when they walk in and then run right out or trip over something. I don't know. Like, right now it's not too bad. I have my table set up with all my craft stuff, but I get so excited. And I get sidetracked because I start thinking about other things that I'm excited about. So the fabric, that's what I forgot. The different color spread fabric that I have. I was thinking about cutting like a big heart shape, making little pillows, and then embroidering little sayings on it. I love you, of course, for Valentine's Day. But then thinking, like, what other little silly things can I put on there? It's mostly adults that had stopped by to buy flowers, but there were a couple kids. So have some fun, kid-friendly stuff too. And I have a lot of fiberfill, so like the stuffing from other stuff, just kind of chilling. So it's not like I'm gonna have to buy a whole bunch of supplies, but I have some time to think about it. Valentine's Day next year is, what day is it? Sunday, I think. It's on the weekend. I know that. So I have time, but it's gonna be here before we know it. I was also thinking maybe doing some flower arrangements around Thanksgiving. That might be a good idea. We'll see. I would probably sell a few. Easter, I didn't sell anything. I don't think I sold anything. No, I lie. There was a family that stopped and they bought something, but it wasn't worth it. I didn't get the same amount of traffic on Easter. Mother's Day, it ended up going pretty well. I had a lot of people stop, and I almost bought the perfect amount of flowers. It's a lot of fun for me anyways to do the arrangements, and I don't know, it's just really fun. So I'll be collecting supplies throughout the year. The Restore place, I got a bunch of jars, like glass bottles, and they're tall, they're kind of skinny, but they were only $1 each, so that's good. It's better than Dollar Tree, which is $3. So that was cool. And they had some other thing at the Restore place. It was supposed to say Super Mom, but it looked like it said Super Moo something. They were messed up wherever they got printed on there. Typo. So they had those super cheap. I think at one point they had them like super clearance, and they ended up coming out to, I think, 17 cents each, and I bought a bunch. And for Mother's Day, I slapped a sticker over it. Like, I painted all over the Supermom thing, and I made it an orange color because there was orange in there. And then I put a sticker over it, and they were popular. Like, I love you, Mom, Happy Mother's Day, and that kind of stuff. And then I was thinking, hey, for Christmas, I gotta figure out how to get that glaze off of there. And I could write like a super plant lady or something silly about plants, and do that, sell like a little plant in there or something, or something else cute. I did put flower arrangements in there, and people liked them. It got kind of popular. And when I'm talking popular, I'm talking I sold like 5. That's popular. Because this is the first year that I tried stuff like that, and I get so excited. It makes me really happy to be able to do that stuff. And as much as I don't like the traffic down my street, it's not too bad, but they built some apartments not too far away. It makes people stop. Like, I get people looking, or they'll come check out stuff. Majority of the people did buy something that stopped. Some didn't, and that's okay. But maybe they'll think about it next year. Like, oh, the lady was selling stuff. Let me go down that street again. So we'll see. And I also like cut my finger when I was taking up the packaging from one of those, and now it hurts. I cut it yesterday and just sliced it open. And I had one of those moments where you're like, you cut yourself, and you're like holding it, and you don't want to look, and it had blood. So that was a bummer. I had a Band-Aid on it, and I took it off. But I should put another Band-Aid on it. I'm very pleased with these. So if you guys have little side hustles, if you're trying to have a little side hustle, what are you guys doing? Crafts? Are you doing anything crafty? I'm genuinely curious. This was supposed to be my side hustle, but we're not there yet. we're there subscriber-wise. So thank you guys. And it's cool, like you can see the analytics and stuff. And it does show that some of you guys come back and watch. I just don't know who. There's just a number. But that is still cool. And I am super appreciative of that. So thank you guys very, very much. If you guys weren't here, would I still be doing this? Maybe. I would probably still try. So subscriber wise, we're good. But if you haven't subscribed, I would totally appreciate another subscriber, and thank you. The watch hours that's where I'm lacking. And I've watched other people's ASMR. There's one guy, JoJo's ASMR. He's really good. And I can only assume that when he made his studio, I forget what he called it, that's when he started making money. I noticed that some of the YouTubers, like all of a sudden, there's a big change. But he's really good. He has tons of subscribers. Like, that is really cool. It's really exciting and it's good inspiration. So I know people out there enjoy this kind of stuff. I hope you find it relaxing. I don't think my voice is annoying. To me, it's not annoying. So hopefully it is not. And who knows, maybe I inspired you too. But I would love to hear what you all are doing. I am gonna let you guys go now because it is way past my bedtime and I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. But as always, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you later. So good